So we have seen the content, we have seen the sums, we have seen the weightage, and finally closing off the video with small tips and tricks to solve the questions of fluid mechanics and hydraulic machines in the stream of mechanical engineering. Again, I'm telling the thing, the fundamental knowledge should be onto law of conservation of mass, conservation of energy, and conservation of momentum. Why again I'm asking you to get a good fundamental knowledge on these three different governing laws is kinematics, dynamics, flow through pipes. Whatever we have seen as an high weightage topics in fluid mechanics are based on these three laws. So whenever you know to apply the law, that is the mass out, mass in equal to mass out, how do you apply onto the continuity equation, discharge equations, what is happening to various parameters like velocity, acceleration and discharges. If you are knowing to do that very properly and application of that change in parameters onto the different formulas or different grades of formulas will get you a 2 marks from this kinematics. Coming to law of conservation of energy, see what happens in case of energy. A venturi meter and orifice meter which is been used to find the discharge measuring instrument will convert one form of energy to other form. That is, your pressure energy may convert into kinetic energy. What I mean is velocity may increase and pressure may decrease, and there is some changes in energies like pressure, kinetic and datum, which will be applicable onto law of conservation of energy. This will be applied onto your energy equation and its applications, where again we have seen that there is a chance of getting a 2 marks question in your GATE exam. This application part, especially Bernoulli's equation, will play a very important role. Coming to law of conservation of momentum, law of conservation of momentum will be applied onto your turbo machinery and impulse momentum equation or your impact of jet. Simply there will be some rapid forces with respect to small time create some momentum, would be law of conservation of momentum. So having a good handful of knowledge onto these three topics will give you around 4 marks in your GATE examination. With these three concepts, you are also should get awareness on properties of fluids and principle of approaches. What I mean of properties of fluid is, here we are changing the velocity, pressures, discharges with respect to the sum what we need, whereas there will be some change in properties of the fluid with respect to change in the parameters like velocity, temperatures, accelerations or pressures, etc. So always you need to know 14 different properties of the fluid. These properties of the fluids will be getting influenced with the pressure, velocity and temperature, whereas temperature factor cannot be taken in fluid mechanics, need not to be taken in fluid mechanics, as we consider it as incompressible fluid. So the basic thing is how the pressure and velocities are being varying with respect to basic properties of the fluid should be known to you, and also a simple iterations between velocity, acceleration, discharge. Q is equal to A into V, writing or rewriting the formulas, where we have seen in one sum rewriting the velocity in terms of discharge, the formula of head loss got changed there. So that iterative part, the basic part should be known to you. That's more than enough to solve the questions of GATE in case of fluid mechanics and hydraulic machines. These are the fundamental tips and tricks what I want to give you by the end of the video. Thank you for watching the video. Thanks a lot.